Hi, my name is Tobias Morgan. I'm backer number 45 for the Softpanels Kickstarter project. This is a quick unboxing, and then the next video I'm going to be doing is a review of the lights, hopefully in-depth enough for what everybody's looking for. So this is the way it came from FedEx this morning. Keep dry, fragile, this side up. But this is actually the second unit that I purchased. They came two-pack that I purchased. The first box had the paper that says this side up, actually. That way. So I'm sure that they're not packed differently. I'm sure they're packed the same. But once I opened up the first one, I felt that I had to do a unboxing to see if this one is similar to the other one, where screws were laying around in the case and it had a bunch of nicks actually in the unit itself. So here we go. Let's get to it. It's only been a year since we ordered and they were supposed to be delivered. At least it looks like it's packaged pretty well with the reinforcements around the edges of it. Okay, here. And I asked Softpanels if there was any duties because it came directly from China. They said no, that there is no import tax that we had to pay. Oh, here goes one that was like that. They're just thrown in there. Okay, here's my paperwork. Let's hope that FedEx doesn't hit me with a bill, because that's happened before where I purchased something from China and came, dropped it off, and then all of a sudden next month I got a bill from FedEx say that I owe them $20, $25, whatever it was. So there are a couple dents in the boxes, in the box, should I say. Let's get that mess out of the way. Open it up quickly. There we go. Check that. We got a good view of this one. Okay. Here. All right. Nice little shoulder strap, but I don't know who's going to be actually putting this on their shoulder to carry it. Probably the handle, here you go, is better. Let's move this out of the way. Put that into the box. Hold on. Try to keep it semi-neat here. Okay. Now, here we go. Let's turn it around. Actually has some feet on the bottom of it. The actual casing does feel a little thin. The zippers do look a little cheap. I doubt if it's going to last very long. Probably all of us, if we do keep them and end up using them, are going to have to look for some other alternative case situation. Here the case is falling apart. I don't know if you can see it right there. Silica gel, 1. Put them in a box for my dog. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's pull this out. Here's the light unit itself. This one looks not too bad, nice and clean. My other one had a nice gash right here in the back of it. This is my second unit that I'm opening. And also my other unit had the filter holder, this thing right here. Clips were all over in the box, and the filter holder does look square. The other one looked a little warped. Also, if we can see it in that view there. Okay. Open that up. Put that there. Let's take out the grid. Grid is made of plastic, not metal. The actual frame of it is metal, but the actual grid itself is plastic, which isn't a bad thing because every honeycomb grid that I've ever had over the last, I've been doing photography for 29 years, video for the last 4, almost 5, and every metal grid that I've ever had has always been damaged along the route. Okay, here's the unit itself, right there. Looks nice and clean. Here's the little power plug for connecting to the power supply. Put that there. Set that up there. Let's see what else we got in the box here. Let me zoom in this camera a little bit better. All right, here. Okay, we have the actual control unit. Softpanels 1x2. Looks like a little bit of damage there, not much. And here's the same problem that we had with the last one. Here's the, oh, here, put it there. Little tie and the cap for the power that goes from here to the light. There's a screw that goes in the back of this that's not in there, and it was laying in the case on the other one. On this one they didn't even bother, and maybe it's in the case here somewhere. Do not see it. So, oh yeah, here it is, laying right there. So we gotta fix that. So at least they're consistent with their screw ups. Gotta get a screwdriver somewhere and fix that. And it's not even an actual Phillips, it looks like it's an Allen head. So do it the hard way for now. Maybe that's why they didn't have the Allen wrench in China when they built it. All right, so now I think I got it somewhat, hopefully enough to hold it there so we don't lose it. Okay, on this side we got DMX out, DMX in, and then the power to go to the light itself. Little piece of metal panel here. Looks like a little bit more. I don't know if it's damaged or just cheaply made. Here. Okay. Power in and power out. I'm not sure if that's to daisy chain them or to put two, you can stack them or whatever. There is no directions in here. What do we got? We got the light stand mount that goes underneath here with the screw. We have the cable that goes between the power unit and the light head itself. Seem like they're decent quality. And then we have the power, which looks like it's probably at least 10 feet long. Now with the other one that I opened, this one seems to work okay. This piece right here did not move so smoothly and freely. So it was not locking into the actual unit. Now, here is the two different yokes for the horizontal or vertical mounting. That's one, and this is actually for the vertical mounting. The outside edge ones are for the horizontal. Yeah, see the case is already falling apart here. Not even really any glue on it. So the first one, when I built it, it had a, it was difficult assembling it together, because mounting, you have to mount these first to the actual, what do you call it? To the light head, then put it onto the stand, because if you put it on the stand, then you're, on the power supply, you can't get it open, or you have to unloosen it. Let me go a little tighter with this camera, hold on. There, okay. All right, now with these, you have to mount it to the light first. Let's try and do that. There is no top or bottom of the light. You can orient it whichever way you want. It has a 1/4-20 on that side and on that side and on both sides, because that's where you're gonna attach the yokes to it. So, and I'm going to do it, since it's going to be in this side and the output for the wire cable is on that side. So we're going to put this on like this. Hold on. We should time it. What time is it? 7:17. Let's see how long it takes to actually put it together, because this is what you're going to have to do every time when you assemble this, when you get on the job. So let's get to the second one here. Get rid of that. Let's move this. Try not to damage it. Put that there. Let's put this on. There. Yeah. Seems like it's pretty decently made, but I would think that just this back panel could have been a little more engineered for design wise, prettiness wise. There. Okay, now here we go. Those two line up. Now let's get this onto there. Put this in. Now you gotta slide these. This is the bad part, where you gotta play with it. Don't look at my bald head. See, it's a pain now, because now we gotta start trying to figure out where each one of these things are. That's one. Now we gotta slide this one over and try and line it up. There. Did I get it? Find out in a second. Nope, didn't get it. Slide it over a little bit more. Yeah, what I did on the first one was loosen this up, put this one on first. Did I get it? Yeah, got it. Which can be obviously pain in the ass when you're in a rush, when you got just a few other things that you got to set up on a job. There. All right, now, okay, put that there, and let's start getting into the wires. Okay, now let's unloosen this one. Where is my other camera? There, okay. Now, this I thought was weird, made in China, but yeah, then rather than do a tie wrap, okay, they put an actual wire tie on it. So now you have to cut this off. There. Okay. And there is a male and a female, so you can only put it on one way. Let's find out where we line it up. There we go. And let's tighten it. Does not feel like it's the greatest of quality components that are used. And I actually put it on backwards because I wanted this to be on this side, because the power out from the power supply is on here, which is not terrible. You have the room, cable's long enough. Let's attach it, put it on. There. Now, we're not done yet. It's been about 7 minutes, 6 minutes so far. And now we gotta attach the light stand mount, where you have that there, here. Now let's loosen this up so we can get the screw in there. Drop the screw in until it falls, popping out at the bottom there. All right, now let's take this and put the big Allen wrench that they gave you with it, and let's put it together. Now, the problem with this is that you can't store it with this in it, so you're going to have to take it off every time you do it, and you're going to want to put Loctite on it. So if you put Loctite on it, then it's not made to really be removed every time. But like I said, you're 95%, if you're going to be using them often, you're going to want to go buy better cases for it. All right, and this little nub here is not really enough for you to get a good enough grip on it to lock it in there nicely. Okay, so it's assembled. Now we can put on a light stand. And next video, oh, we have to, hold on, power supply cable, which has got another tie wrap on it holding it together there. Cut that off, and there, and the power in, at least it's easy enough unless you're colorblind, blue to blue. Put it in and twist it and it clicks. Actually, this one clicks better than my other one, because the first one that I had did not even click, and you can actually untwist it without pulling this little lever. As you can see it there, not bad. Pull the lever back and then untwist it, pull the power. This thing did not work that well on the last unit that I had. So, all right, we'll put the power in there, twist it. It's got a nice click. Tighten that up a little bit. And there, it's assembled. It is pretty decent size. It is pretty decent weight. I have not weighed it, but I would assume, I would probably say a good 20 pounds would be my best guess. There's the back of it, Vmount battery, and controls. So the next video will actually be a review of how it works, how it performs, which from my first tests, the color looks decent. The color is not absolutely accurate, but we'll get into that in the next video.